Thank you very much there, Nomad and Milan, indeed, ready to get into the action here of this game one of the best of three between Navi and Tundra down in the lower bracket. Loser of this series, they're out. We're sending them home. You know, it's everything to play for. You don't want to lose this one. No. You don't want to go out in the first round of the lower bracket of the playoffs.
Well, if you're a viewer, you're in for a good time because both these teams have given very good games and some quite big throws also.
Yeah,
have to remember
that. It's been entertaining.
Yep.
We've had some fantastic Dota.
Because yesterday, Tundra, you know, had they played maybe a little better, they wouldn't even be here.
That's true. The buybacks.
Absolutely.
That's not happening again, though.
No, it's not.
You can't imagine after that. We're not going to see scenarios down the line where buybacks are not being accounted for in the moves that are being made. So, you know, lessons are being learned each day by all the teams here at PGL Wallachia. Let's see what they're able to show off with how much they've learned coming into today, into this series. What do you make of the two lineups here? What have we got? Because indeed,
a lot of action.
Top.
First blood.
It's going to go the way of Tundra. Saxa gets the kill, will tick out in return. So the 1-for-1, but that is Tundra striking first, getting that first blood.
I pretty much like both lineups, because I would say it's about the time again where it's more on the execution, like both teams have what they want. If they get to like kind of execute the strategy, they'll be A-okay, because Copy Puck has looked incredibly strong.
It's been great.
I mean, Puck in general is just an incredible hero.
Oh, these pauses though.
They happen all the time.
What's going on? Reason?
Drop the reason.
Let's have a look. I'm looking at the cams, seeing if we're getting any suggestion of a reason.
It might be a quick pause, at least for now.
Let's have a look. Well,
when it comes to the laning setup, I like what Tundra did already. It's not that usual you see the +4 player go into the safe lane, the +5 player go into the off lane with the SD and the Marcy. But when they already called it also on the panel, it's a Venge Rasa lane. Like, they're not that strong early on. And Razor, he wants to move forward, same with the Marcy. So pair them together. In the meantime, down bottom, Doom, he just wants to get through the lane. So give him the defensive support in the SD, get 33 through the lane on his... In my opinion, like when I think of 33, I think of Doom.
The Doom.
So him
right
getting
now, for sure.
This hero, they have to be very, very happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the dream. The 2 Grandmaster tiers, 1 Master tier hero here on the lineup for Tundra today. But can they indeed deal with Copy Puck? Very slippery hero in this game. Not a huge amount of ways to catch him.
Yeah, they definitely don't have the best ways. I mean, let's look at, like, Marcy realistically is not going to catch a Puck.
No.
Which means you rely on Disruption into Requiem or a Doom. And that's not too hard to play against if you're Copy Puck. You also have a Venge swap, you have a Warlock teamfight behind you. So, you know, I kind of believe in the Deutsche Puck, because Mr. Copy, he's a banger.
Let's see what he can do. So far in the lane, 12-3 on BZM's SF, 11-0 on the Copy Puck. Looking at the side lanes, at the moment, a bit of a slower start for 33 down bottom, whilst they try and get sort of the lane in order. As Uragi having pretty easy farm so far in the first couple of levels, as I say, as he misses the banner creep, but, you know, happens to the best of us. They're going to try and run down 33.
Body blocks.
Some good damage here.
They got him.
They indeed do. So, might not get the banner creep, but he gets a kill. Even better there for Uragi.
Means also the early boots as Gyro. It's just one of the strongest laning carries, and especially against these melee heroes that don't protect themselves. You can just run them down, so 33. Gonna have to be a little bit careful. Lotus up top.
A little bit of a battle for the Lotus. Chrysalis is gonna get a nice static link built up though. Ari, he'll be going down.
Well, that is a scary combo. Of course, you've got the level 2 link. You get the side, you get the bodyguard in, you get the dispose as well from Saxa, and I mean, yeah, this is one of the reasons why they went for this lane swap. Venge is a great hero later with some items, right? You get like your tread, some Wraith Bands, you go for the Axe, but until then, it's quite the weakness of the hero.
And what do you sort of make of that win rate as well from Razor? We've only had it the 3 times. Reason? We've only had it the 3 times. It's lost all 3 times. Is that just unfortunate circumstances, or is there something that maybe is not too great about the hero right now?
I mean, I think the hero is actually kind of good. I'm surprised it hasn't won yet. I don't know exactly who played it, but, you know, when you see Crystallis or Amar play the Razor, then
it looks...
You know you're in for a treat.
Sure.
And he's also set up, you know, it's a last pick Razor. So the other games, I mean, of course, there's lots of counters to it, but it's the type of hero where the small details and, like, you knowing the ins and outs really matters.
Okay, so let's see who you're calling out there. Who's played the Razor? Who doesn't know how to play it? So, well, according to my games, we've actually have 4 games.
We had 4.
Oh no, wait, no, one was remade. No, it was free. It was free.
Nigma Galaxy.
So Nigma played a game, Wildcard played a game, and Gaimin played a game with it.
And Gaimin got destroyed by Tundra. Tundra know exactly how
That's
to
true.
play
Tundra beat
Razor.
Gaimin because they knew how to do it, and then OG beat Nigma, and Heroic beat Wildcard. So yeah, we had a few different teams try it, but indeed we haven't seen Chrysalis himself try it.
Yeah.
So he's ready to show how this hero's played. You know, he's ready to show how it's done.
He should be set up for a pretty good game on the Razor, as we see already with the lane, of course. But when it comes to the mid game, Navi do have answers. You've got like the aggressive swap. You could break the coil with the swap as well. And overall, you can always just break the link target with the swap. So it's important for Tundra that they get a kind of a lead early on and slow down this Boom Vengeful Spirit.
Oh, and they go with a jump. They're going to try and burst Chrysalis. But they can't, and at this point, it's where it gets rough. You're like, uh-oh, this Razor's got a lot of damage built up. And there's the good control from Saxa. Ari's going to try with a burst. But I'll tell you what, Ari will come out top. He's actually able to kill him. So Ari, he'll take that. Sure, you know, Chrysalis was able to set up for a kill, but he does die for it.
I mean, Ari's getting a lot of XP in this lane. Like,
yeah, he's the new core.
Yeah, he's level 4, nearly level 4.5 on the roster. But I mean, it is still kind of big for Tundra because they are slowing down this Venge. It's Whitemon running away from Mr. Kaori.
Yeah, I mean, Kaori wants to try and mess with him so Whitemon can't get another set of stacks going. And should be able to. Back up on the top lane. Ari will end up going down after it all. They're seeing if they could get the catch here. They've got the dispose.
This is pretty big. He doesn't have TP.
Yeah, this lane's starting to get pretty rough now. Saxa doesn't mind if he dies. He's salving up in an attempt to survive, but will not be able to heal up as much as he needs to against the Tides. Until the Chrysalis lives, Chrysalis will be fine now. We'll get some solo XP here on the next wave, especially, as you say, knowing that Boom's not going to be up there to contest him with the fact that his TP's on cooldown. So this is a pretty good start here for Chrysalis's Razor.
This is absolutely bad news for Navi. By the time Boom comes back to this lane, this is a level 5 Razor with treads. Luckily, on their own safe lane, they are applying similar pressure. Not quite as many kills, but 33 also not enjoying the lane too much.
And I guess what the difference is as well, right? 33 on the Doom. Eventually, you know, he's going to have some sort of Midas or something. His god's going to get pumping.
Yep.
If you have a slow start and a Vengeful Spirit, you can't really just hit the jungle.
No, you are, I mean, you're hoping that you just get lane creeps and maybe some kills, you join some fights. So we'll have to see also later, can Boom like help out in the mid a bit? Maybe they do some combo plays with the coil.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for him. Yeah, it's already looking like it's going to be a lot of pressure on Copy to do some magic as the puck, which he has done. You know, many a time we've seen here on his puck. So eyes on Copy to be able to pull out the plays.
He is set up for success, at least when it comes to the heroes in the game, and also holding the first active rune of the game with the haste.
It's just very difficult now for Boom to approach this top lane. He gets anywhere close, he's going to die. Chrysalis and Saxa will kill him very easily.
There's definitely also a high chance that Navi later on, they should look to play into the top lane with the gyro. But for now, they've got the haste on Copy. He TPs into the safe lane. They're looking for their own move down here. Whereas Tundra are looking to make their move in their safe lane.
Yeah, Copy's in. I have a defensive disruption from Whitemon coming in, but there's no saving this Doom as he's surrounded by the 4 of Na'Vi. They'll push over towards Whitemon as well. Good cooldown and body blocks there between Copy and Uragi. They'll take out the 2 of them. Ari gets the double. I mean, that's the thing. Out that top lane duo, Ari's definitely getting more out of this game so far. He's loving life. He's got 4 kills here as the Shaman.
He's higher net worth than
He's going to hit level 6 likely before Boom, especially with Boom likely dying again. Boom is not having a fun time up here.
No, absolutely not.
Not at all.
As Tundra, they TP their heroes back into the bottom side. Looks like they will be able to defend the tower. If Kaori gets 1 more kill injected, then he will be able to pop the book and get level 6.
He's trying to set up onto Uragi, but yeah, Uragi in a perfectly safe position here up on the high ground.
So Navi will have to make a choice. Do they want to continue playing through their safe lane with the gyro, or do you later on look to help Boom out? Help him get back in the game. You do have gyro, very good hero when it comes to moving through the gate, to maybe apply some pressure on this Razor and get your Venge back in the game. Active rune. I mean, Ari's level 6.
Dude, Ari's chilling. He, as I say, he's basically he's the position 3 right now. Level 6, and he's got good farm. on the Shaman. I mean, if there ever was a support player that you don't feel bad having farm, it would be Ari, right?
Oh,
I feel like classically he plays the supports like these Marcies. Obviously less on Shaman in terms of scalability. I mean, he still can do obviously an awful amount, but he knows what to do with the money when he gets it.
Oh, yeah. As they are smoking up into the top side, so they do want to help out Boom. Yuragi at the same time, he is coming through the gate as well. So this is a 4-man move from Navi.
Yeah, they just want to go on a Chrysalis. Ari, he's got the setup, drops the Serpent Wards, but a good move from Saxa takes him easily away from the Serpent Wards. Cooldown will connect. Look at the shackles in on a Saxa, so Saxa will fall. Copy coming in from the side, he closes the gap with the orb, has the Dream Coil. Navi coming in with the plays to set up for another one potentially, but the PGM's in with the Requiem, pushes them back, doesn't matter. The final hit, the flat cannon, flies through from Yuragi. They get the job done top Navi.
Nice map moves here by Navi. Saxa definitely trying, of course, to bail out Crystallis there, but Copy with the follow-up coil gets it all done. And this is huge, because Boom, he was struggling. I mean, he still is, but these are the type of moves you have to make, especially with this type of draft.
Absolutely. No, you had this struggling off-lane duo, but suddenly, 9 minutes in, you're taking that safe lane tier 1 tower away from Tundra.
So very, very nicely done. As now, of course, they just get to return to the bottom lane with Yuragi and Kaori. As Kaori also very close to the Golem. 1 wave of XP, and he will be fine. Which means next objective on the deck will be the 10-minute power rune. Ari a little bit deep here.
Look at the link. Looking pretty dead.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be coming to help him out.
And dead. See, Navi stacking up on the bottom rune. Who wins the 50-50 will be Copy with the Amplify.
Taking a little bit of the farm here away from Tundra's high ground. But my one is in the area.
I'd kind of like Navi to go for the mid tower of Tundra. I feel like you do have a lot of good spells. Again, you've got the Golem, you've got the Serpent Wards, and Siege Creeps are out. And you have an Amplify damage rune on Copy. So where can they pressure? They are eyeing 33 down bottom, who's very aggressive on the Doom.
And very dead.
In the meantime, they just dropped the Golem.
I like it.
Was it Kaori last time?
I believe it was. This is Kaori's style.
Yeah.
Just drops the Golem, hits the towers.
Yeah, he don't give a damn.
No.
Don't need no teamfights, don't need no kills. If you get tower pressure, I mean, why not? Because now they're taking mid, but they're also pressuring bottom.
They are. This is a lot of pressure from Navi. Very nicely done here. I mean, what, 11 minutes in, they're taking the 3 tier 1s, and they're yet to lose any of their own. So early pressure from Navi coming out.
They're definitely kind of cooking. Also, this is, like, after the laning stage, when you play puck, you love playing in these side lanes. It's so easy for you to clear some waves, get the neutrals, and then every time it's the active rune timing, you bounce back into the mid lane.
Well, Tundra, in terms of their game plan, just trying to get the Maelstrom online for Crystallis. 33, working obviously towards the Midas.
It's gonna be, it's a little bit slower for them, of course, because they need more stuff to get online.
Yeah, and the thing is as well with these objectives, right? It's now Boom's starting to catch up. He's still not that far behind 33 on the Doom, despite having a very tough time on that top lane.
They are eyeing Copy. Kind of need to get him in the Disrupt.
Yeah, has to be what Disrupt into Requiem.
That's the best combo.
Oh, and he's already out. Ah, but no,
it.
maybe with this. They're going to have to try it from the edge, though. They don't have time to close completely in onto Copy. They'll still get the kill done. Boom. Also in trouble. Corey can't do anything to save him. So Tundra able to push on for the 2 of them, and even the 3 of them.
That's
Jump
3.
forward from Saxa. Sets up for them to find a 3rd.
It's very, very big. Because like you said, it's not that easy for them to execute these kills. They do kind of need to find Copy, and Navi definitely trying to help him out. Which did come back to bite them in the ass, dropping 3 kills instead of 1.
Yuragi's still chilling down the bottom. Coming in with the wraparound, I mean, Ari maybe seeing if there's something could happen here, but 33 is already backed out of the lane.
They do have a good ward on him. Of course, they know that Doom is just... Doom's a very slow hero. Does need his time. I like what Saxa has queued up right now. Of course, this is a long way thinking into the future, because you are Marcy without any farming capabilities, but an Orchid potentially against the puck.
Bottom. They're trying with the setup here.
Rebound.
Oh. He's going to take 33 in aggressively. It will allow him to get the Doom off and have the defensive disruption. So strong team plays coming in to allow them to try for Uragi, but Uragi's able to get the TP off in time. Still going to tick down, of course, pretty low, but he should survive through the last ticks. He's going to be fine.
26 HP.
Uragi will live. Same time in the mid, Copy and Boom. They're in with the jump. They've got the Dream Coil. Have they got enough burst, though? BZM swapped back. They'll kill him off.
They got him.
They can even hold back on the Golem. Corey was ready if necessary, but realizes it's not in that last moment. They'll immediately go for the smoke play and try and look for more. They're going to find the two of them. They'll drop the Golem down. Saxa and Chrysalis, Fatal bonded up. They turn, kill off Kaori, but Corey already got the job done. Got his spells off. It's enough to kill Chrysalis. Saxa trying to scramble out of it.
He'll be fine.
Now the big kills there from Navi. They get the mid, they get the carry, and they still get Saxa. I think they're with the bonded
He was
creeps.
Fatal bonded.
And was indeed still linked up. So they're able to kill those off and then cause the death of Saxa. So finding the 3 kills here, the action continues. 12-12 right now, 14 minutes in.
Yeah, lots of kills back and forth, but a very big... I mean, Chrysalis is doing very well when it comes to the net worth, even with 3 deaths. But the copy puck creeping up more and more when it comes to the net worth.
Yeah,
and we've said it before, there aren't many answers.
Hasn't lost a game on this hero copy. On this tournament. 3 matches, 3 wins. Tundra, where's the next move going to be? Navi are starting to group back up top. Copy comes in through the twin gate. It's ready to join the play here up on the top side. They've got the Serpent Wards ready to use aggressively as well if Ari finds the chance. Oh, they're going to try and jump Ari. So if they can quickly burst through, and they can. But now Saxa and Chrysalis, they've got to be careful. Saxa can't get out of this one. Chrysalis does get tripped up by the neutrals, which sort of sets up a Copy to get the Dream Coil down onto him. He'll immediately snap it. Defensive disruption is there, but that also kind of awkwardly buys time for Navi to surround Chrysalis, get the swap back, get the double kill for Copy. Just a little too hard it feels right now for Tundra to sort of fight into Navi in these skirmishes. Navi's lineup just seems to be a bit better at the skirmish potential.
Yeah, I mean, look at the heroes. Warlock, Gyro, Puck, Rasa, like, they all want these type of smaller fights. I mean, generally speaking, Razor and Marcy do too, but BZM and 33, they're not that ready. They will prefer if the game, you know, actually slows down a little bit. I
think so, especially as well for Chrysalis, right? Because this game, you know, getting the Maelstrom upgraded all the way to Mione.
Yep.
He just wants to maximize that farm speed, clean up the map, and get this BKB after that as quickly as he can. But it's going to take a little bit of time, the time that Navi's going to make the most of. Use this as a position to get into the Roshan, get this Aegis for free, and very likely just continue to run at Tundra as Navi. They're going to feel their strength right now.
Yeah, free Roche for Uragi. Now, you don't only have the swap to save him out, you also have the Aegis against the Doom. Of course, one of the biggest counters. And yeah, Boom, after one of the worst laning stages we've seen, he was able to recover, go with his team.
He's still
the Roche.
Just not that far behind 33's Doom on the other side, so...
BZM is looking, does of course... Well, he did have a ward, which now got dewarded by Uragi. Tundra are trying to eye Copy down bottom.
Yeah, BZM's out of here. There's no play to be had top. See if they can combo Copy.
No.
He's already gone. It's just going to be such a hard kill to find. It has to be that disruption for the setup. At least until the Orchid's online for Saxa. But of course, that's still going to be quite a bit of time. They've got the blink on Doom now. So maybe 33 can get some sort of initiation.
Oh, Ari, yeah, he's gone. Did not expect Tundra to show up here. Probably he should have, as they're not defending the top tier 2, nor are they pushing the bottom tier 1. But Navi will claim a tier 2 tower already at the 70-minute mark. Golem a little bit too speedy.
Yeah, Corey with this sort of...
33.
Oh, he actually gets the Doom on a Copy.
You got him.
That'll do it, yeah. Copy getting caught. Big kill for 33.
That's a very heads-up play. There's no Centaur Stomp, nothing. That's a Blink Inferno Blade into the Doom.
It just caught him by surprise. Wasn't ready for the Blink to be online. Big jump, big kill for 33 on the Doom. Sacks up. Ari's going to drop the wards for him.
And he's dead.
Yeah, both supports very proactive with their ult usages on Navi. Ari happy to drop the wards for the kills. Courier happy to drop the golem for the towers. That's working out so far.
Well, Tundra should know that Navi would like to enter their triangle area, take over the outpost, of course, after cleaning the top tier 2 tower. It's kind of how you advance the map very nicely. 80% win probability for Navi at this point. Quite generous, but they are, of course, in a leading position.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I've got to be wary of that Doom cooldown. 40 seconds or so, and that's when Copy's definitely going to be having his senses heightened and prepared for 33 looking for him with these jumps.
Copy also making sure to protect himself, as his quick buy now has a Linken's in it. Which makes sense. The only ways you really die is Disruption Requiem, or of course the Doom by 33.
Yeah, once that's there, it's going to be very tough to catch him. Aghanim's online for Boom. Still got a minute and a half left on this Aegis of Uragi. Approaching the high ground, of course, still very hard. As Tundra will be very likely prepared. BKB is very close for Crystallis, and obviously once he has down top of the Mione, it's going to be quite the formidable opponent in the fight.
Tundra are hitting some very big stuff. So if you're Navi, you're going to have to... They have to be ready. Like when this Aegis expires, if Tundra want to go for a move, they can. They're finishing their BKB on Crystallis. They did finish the BKB on BZM. And if they want to go for a bigger play, they absolutely can once this Aegis is gone.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves here, Tundra. Here's the smoke.
Radiant are scanning.
They want to try and find that puck. Copy, is he going to show here around the mid? He is. We've got eyes on him. Do they want to try for this jump under the tower? It's kind of awkward to get to him. Might just have to settle to see what they can find up on the top side at the moment. Nobody here on Navi, though. All on the other side. And we'll find Copy's courier. Take out the ultimate orb for now. Just be the trade of the shrines.
Not just a map split for now, trading the Wisdom Shrines.
The Navi, they should be able to get this tier 2 tower, though. So, again, just continue to take many more objectives than that Tundra's been able to find. Boom's got the setup with the swap back. Defensive disruption will come in, but this is looking like a very good Sax. He'll get the tower at least on the way out, but that Sax are gone. A Tundra. That was them, finally being able to take their first tower of the game. Of course, in return, Navi have been able to take that much more. 3 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s.
Tundra will now be looking for 33's BKB before they go for a move. But then they can also look to smoke it up again. Let's see, Uragi closing in on his. And Ari also getting a Blink Dagger. So we've got multiple sources of initiation coming out for Navi.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Eyes on the bottom lane. But Tundra know that they have to be so sure they can get in and get out if they want to make this sort of move, as backup would likely be coming in from Navi. They start on towards Boom. I'll say that, no, do Navi care? Looks like they don't. They're just going to let Boom go down. Not going to look to put any further effort into holding this tier 1, so Boom will fall.
It's something Navi need to respect. Sure, your swap is good against Razor, But if you're ever caught like this, you're always going to give up a full link.
I mean, they might still be able to fight from the high ground here. They get the lead in.
Oh no, the Hexacrete.
Oh, it's a long shackle. Look at that shackle. My goodness. They've got the defensive disrupt, and the golem's dropped down. BZM's able to get the BKB off. He's trying to run, but Uragi, oh, it's not enough to kill it. BZM's going to live. He's going for the TP out in the trees. He'll make it out of there. The rebound takes Crystallis away as well. Ari in with another big shackle, though. Catches Crystallis. Navi makes sure they don't go empty-handed. Copy tries for the blind dream coil. Doesn't catch anyone in the trees. Sax is able to get through the twin gate. They get the big kill, but not the two of them, though. BZM, so close to dying there. To one of the longest shackles you'll see, but he gets out.
Literally on like 1 hit left. Saxa, he's still waiting up here, as of course they had a good ward that saw all of this.
All right. Well, Copy's going to start playing with him. Knows that the BKB is obviously on cooldown for BZM. Saxa, oh, he's coming for Corey.
Here's the Doom.
And indeed, Copy's been caught by the Doom. Maybe too greedy of a poke there from just the two of them top. It was only Copy and Corey trying to make some sort of move. Unlikely that they're ever going to have the damage between those two to threaten BZM, even with the BKB on cooldown for him. And now after that kill, Saxa, he's got another bit of catch online for himself. He's got the Orchid done on Marcy.
This ward above the gate earlier that Navi just barely missed with their sentry, just giving so much information to Tundra to make that move work. So now BZM, Shield Rune, Blink Dagger available as well.
Very close to level 18.
Another name in my grimoire.
Tundra. Have got any sort of smokes coming in, or? Maybe not whilst 33 is not in fighting shape.
Yeah, they're going to be waiting.
Yep.
At least just a little bit. Maybe like 30, 40 seconds. Whereas Navi would love to get their hands on the next Aegis in the game. Copy does have the Lincolns now. So it is quite a lot harder, of course, for him to get caught out in a game. We'll have to see if maybe does 33 want to like swap up his neutral creep to get something else, or does he just stun? Yep, there he goes. He instantly buys himself the Force just to counterplay the Lincolns. So we got the Blink War Stomp, you break the Lincolns with the Force and you still get off the Doom. It is the cheapest way for him to go about it.
Yeah, they've got a bit more firepower now in this top lane if they want to go here, Navi. Only missing Boom. Tundra's going to know that they're split here as Tundra come in with the smoke.
Oh, I think they need Boom, and this is awkward positioning because they're just intercepting.
And he can't really get to them. Now, no tier one at the top to get over.
So they're trying to smoke to him.
And they should be able to kill him pretty quickly. Navi's now starting to move over in this area. Tundra watching Boom. They'll make the jump now. As in they go on towards him. It's sort of a split jump, though, because they also try to jump over to the other side there. 33 in with the BKB. They do manage to get Boom the once. But now, Tundra, can they actually get out of this? Whitemon, he's going to get chased down here by Boom and Copy. So, they will end up losing the Shadow Demon for that, and only able to take that initial life of Boom. Not able to get the secondary one. He's still out on the map.
They did have to use 2 BKBs on Tundra. I didn't quite see it on the split screen. I know that Tundra had a ward in the river. I believe 33 tried for a move, of course, to maybe get the Doom on the puck.
Yeah, they sort of went two ways, right? Because we had 33 jumped towards the kind of the group of Navi, and then the rest of Tundra went in for the Boom kill. Top lane, they get the catch on Saxa with the Dream Coil.
Well, Navi still in a good position. Roshan is up.
They could probably look towards it. I mean, Sax is dead for 35. You know, Tundra don't have the full lineup.
Yeah, BKBs are down for 30 as well.
And Navi take it pretty quickly with the damage they've got, especially with the Serpent Wards being dropped down as well.
Uragi has to get out of the ward trap. But yeah, Tundra, they are not looking to defend this one. They're just fully dodging, trying to make sure to get out the lanes and put the map in a state.
There we go, Aegis for Uragi. Got the banner ready as well, so if they're able to get some sort of good fight under their wings here, Navi, they can approach the high ground. That's some wide done as well for Uragi.
He's of course very, very farmed on the gyro. He's also got Disperser queued up, just wants to make sure that he's very mobile when it comes to these fights. Against the Doom, against the Razor. Make sure you can run in and out.
And 33 and White One hovering around on the bottom. They do have Doom ready to drop.
Radiant are scanning.
See if they can... I mean, catching copy, of course, still very, very difficult. And
Oh, Ari?
he did get it. He got it. Went for the Shrine of Wisdom. He'll pay with his life, but he didn't manage to take it. Maybe the rest of Navi can get a sweep around. Look at the coil set up only on a Saxa. Defensive disruption to come in from Whitemon. There's the buyback coming in now from Ari. They want to commit fully to this fight, Navi. Saxa trying to run, juking through the trees, but they'll catch him. Can the rest of Tundra get out? Looks like they will. No! Oh my goodness! He got out! Dude, that stun would probably... It was a frame too late or something, because the golem dropped, but the stun didn't quite kick in.
That was less than half a second, and he would not have had buyback.
That was risky, but Crystallis gets away with it. He's out of there. My goodness, yeah, we'll see that timing at the end of that as well. It's dropped.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you know.
That's like 0.1 second.
It's that little bit of a delay of the stun that comes in after you drop it. Wasn't quite there in time. Still though, Navi not going to be feeling too bad about that, missing off that opportunity. They're pushing the high ground.
And you have to respect the swap in from Boom. Could be a swap into an immediate Hex. And that's one Rex.
That's a full set of Rex. They still got 3 minutes left on the Aegis, so highly likely the Navi's going to be able to wait for these ult cooldowns and look to go again on another lane.
Which means if you're Tundra, you have to plan for this next move like right now.
Yeah.
You need to know and understand that they need to attack Navi out in the open. Whichever lane they run down next, you have to intercept them like halfway through. At least for now, Tundra are taking over their own jungle. They're trying to eye copy, but he wisely retreats.
I mean, it just feels like it's taking so much sort of time and effort from Tundra to just sort of try to have an opportunity of finding the puck that at this point, it's hard to sort of say if it's actually worth it, sort of the time trying to hunt him down.
I believe that Tundra will need, the way that they need to fight it, they need to smoke around. You need to kind of get on the supports, or at least if you start on Uragi, you need to make sure that if he gets swapped, that Razor can stay on him. If you can drain his damage, you can at least ignore him. They are going for the smoke up. Uh-oh, they're eyeing copy.
Oh!
Wow, he's quick.
He's very quick. And he's easily aware. Now it's a bit awkward for Tundra. It's like, uh-oh, what do we want to do? The coil's down onto the two of them. So they can get the follow-up on towards 33. He's able to get the BKB off. They've just got to run here, Tundra. 33 trying to slide back to safety, but Boom drags him back in with the swap. 33 goes down, Whitemon to fall. And Crystallis, he's got an outrun. Saxa will be able to take him out of there with a rebound, gets him back up to the high ground. Oh, actually, the BKB for BZM. He's going to go for the BKB Requiem, makes the jump in. It's a good setup for Uragi. He got the BKB off in turn. Crystallis comes in with the static link on Uragi. Uragi's able to split from him. Was the buyback there from Whitemon. So BZM shaking them up a little bit, you know, goes in with that BKB play, only results in him killing off Ari on the Shaman. Everybody else at Navi, they're still fine, and that sort of was the big play there from the Shadow Fiend.
Tundra have no power left. There's no BKB, no Razor ult, no Requiem.
They used the big stuff for that one. Oh, swapped in. Golem gets dropped. Glimmer's there, though. Will allow Crystallis to back up safely. But yeah, without the BKB and the Requiem, now BCM, it's like, how do you stop this Aegis push? The tier 3's gone in the mid. Navi onto a second set of barracks. They might even still have the chance to go towards the top as well in Navi. They've still got time on the Aegis.
Yeah, they're just absolutely being chilling. Get the double racks, 12k lead. They're still here.
They absolutely are. Tundra, what do you do? Who's going to stop this? Crystallis trying to head in. Magic Missile holds him back. Saxo at the jump ball. Crystallis is just dead. He's out. No buyback. He's going to have buyback in 5 gold. Crystallis will have buyback.
Swap.
In a second. There it is. He's back in, but now Saxa's out. He will not have buyback. The racks are gone. 33 in with the jump, but Navi, they've done the damage. They've got the mega creeps out. 33 pots the BKB. He's just going to die through it. He's got buyback available, but as I say, Tundra, they're going to be up against the mega creeps now. Pretty early on, 32 minutes in. Navi coming in with some excellent Dota in this game one, and in fact, they don't even want to play this one out here against the Megas. They'll call it. GG's called. Navi taking game one. These guys are good, Kez.
Yeah, they win game one in every series.
Yeah.
They played really well. You have a flawless game on Uragi. I caught myself saying the same things yesterday. They're doing well. What they're
Bro, I know, like, like regular people go to work and stuff in the morning, so we've no right to bitch. But also bear in mind, we're all super. Some of us, me especially, we're super jet lagged, so it's not easy for us. Yeah.
All right, well, hopefully everybody gets logged in for this next game. Talk about that last pick, the Ursa coming out. Do you think that solves all your problems?
Solve all our problems. No, I don't think our problem is a draft issue. I think our problem is we're fucking bots. The enemy knows it too. They sniff it. They're just like, guys, just kill them. They're just farming. It's Tundra. No, we need to, stop farming too much sometimes and kill the fucking animals that cross the lines.
Well, talking about that, unfortunately, Navi did just draw blood on first blood on you guys. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's just unlucky,
Unlucky. All right, I'll let you go watch the game. Let's get into it. It is only Pixel and Kezu for game number 2.
Oh, there we go. Well, let's see if they're bots or not this game.
Yeah, one animal has been
words
slain
there from
already.
Moon. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Let's
So,
wipe on this out. I mean, Moonbro, if they can't get up, slap them. Come on. No excuses, 10 a.m.
So-
early game. But
gotta wake up.
I want to see something better from Tundra. I do think they are geared up to potentially do that because they've got more tempo, like more fight back. If you've got a split, you've got an Ursa, you get the hell in there. But I gotta say, if I had to bet on one of these games, I like what Navi has got cooking. This is a good tight game. I'm a good old Melon fan, Melon enjoyer myself.
All right.
So
What's good about the Tide here?
I mean, it's kind of, so sure, you have Ursa, but Ursa's like the only real answer to the hero, so Tide can literally just be like a block. He's very good against the Willow, the Warlock. You also have the Shard later against the Ember.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Oh!
Another reason, question mark?
Reason?
No reasons.
What's going on here?
Copy can't stop breathing in the mic.
Well, that is essential to
Well,
live.
breathing is good.
You need to breathe. It's Boom. Okay, yeah, Chris, of course, flaming his old teammates here. He's calling him out for the heavy breathing.
Yeah, Boom, of course.
Who's breathing in?
I used to play with him. He's a mouth breather.
These
so you
mics
hear
are
him
pretty
a lot.
good. Like, I don't hear you breathing.
Yeah, I don't hear you breathing either.
There you go. Yeah,
I won't copy
when
you.
I swallow the microphone, then
look, that's
wonderful
me
viewers
really
do
down
hear
your
me
throat.
breathing. But these mics, we got to get the players these mics. These mics
We need
don't
to
pick up
teach them
breathing
how
at
to
all.
breathe.
Let's have a good. There's a lot of different breathing techniques in there.
There are plenty of them.
But maybe the easiest one is just hold your breath. If your teammates are getting annoyed by you on comms, just hold your breath. It's win the game quickly, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Some people can hold their breath that long, can't they?
Yeah, apparently for like 10 minutes. Maybe you should try it. Are you Googling it right now?
I am. 24 minutes. You could win a Dota game in that.
You
There's
can.
one guy out there who could win a Dota game whilst holding his breath.
There
We
ain't
need
no
to get
way.
him in,
You're
swap
gonna
him
pick
in.
the worst. You're literally gonna be a passive bot.
You're holding your breath whilst playing. Well, let's have a look.
All right, back to the game, Owen.
Yeah, what's going on? So we got Ember Storm mid. Whoa!
What do you mean, whoa?
Look at this, bottom lane.
Oh, I'm looking. It's a lot of pressure.
I mean, White One wants the kill.
He's got the heal.
I mean, they got another Shadow Word onto Ari.
He's got a Fairy Fire.
Yeah, he's chilling, actually. He's got Fairy Fire and a Tango to chomp on if he needs to. Well, he already is.
He is fortunate that he drew first blood, because without this Wraith Band, I believe he would have given up a kill here to the Tundra easy line.
And what are we getting? Because mid at the moment, pretty rough for the Ember, right? 10 and 4 here.
Yeah,
Ember Storm against the 5 and 0.
Ember Storm, quite the skill matchup, I would say. Storm.
Oh, top.
Oh, Saxa. Dead.
Is this expected? You sort of expect this top lane for Navi to be getting kills?
I'm not sure. I feel like this can go both ways. It's more of a pressure lane, and then whoever drops low, kills can happen. But I wouldn't expect Saxa to be the one to fall. I mean, it is a Morphling, sure, he's got right clicks, but that's about it. So it is Kaori with the chicken fingers, who's applying the pressure in the top line.
Now, Yuragi. It's going to be chilling.
And it is, if you're a Navi fan, Yuragi has had some banger performances with 0 deaths.
Sure.
This is a very good morph game. Sure, Ursa, if he stacks the Fury Swipes on you, he's a little bit annoying. But you're quite mobile. He's got lots of teamfight to back it up, and he does not really care about the other heroes. Hell, he even likes Ember. You can turn into him, get the chains going.
You can do lots of few of these with the morph this game. But you did like to see what Tundra going back for this whole strat around 33's brew this time.
Yeah, his brew has looked, I think it's looked the best for him in terms of like hero-player combo. He's, I believe, 4-0, yeah, on this hero in the tournament. So I like that they picked it up early. And not just that, but also to match Navi's pace. Navi, they just took every fight to you in game one. They basically didn't answer any of them. But this time around, they've got more team fight. You know, Brew into the Warlock, you're saying, yo, we want to fight.
Now Corey in a good aggressive position here, making sure that they don't even really get close to Uragi, as he's able to enjoy the creeps under the tower.
Yep.
Mid lane continues to be pretty rough. On top, I actually get a bit of a setup.
That's a lot of damage.
I mean, he's going to get the Shadow Ram off, but he's salving up. But he's still going to be solo after this here.
He will be quite high with the innate.
That's
so
true.
He should be okay.
Actually, that's right. Yeah, back up. But 2/3 of his HP. Yeah, it goes up quickly. You have that sort of move. Stacks are back up to full now.
I am looking at BZM. Like,
yep.
BZM Ember is a classic, even back on the glory days of OG.BZM. Of course, very good hero-player combo, because last game on the SF, he was very quiet. Didn't really have too much impact. Crystallis.
Bottom. It's going to be fine, but only just. But it's just going to be a slow start, though, on the Ember, right? You know, BZM's not going to have much to work with out this early game.
Yeah, it's gonna be him, hopefully, they need to help him get runes, and then he has to connect himself with the supports and 33 split. They're really gonna have to try and get some of those moves together.
Well, they want to go on bottom again. Get him with the jump on a Crystallis.
Oh my God.
He's dead.
It's so much damage.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ari, definitely on the Marcy, right? He knows, like, all the good lane combos.
Yep.
You know, you can imagine during the draft, he's like, we're going to do this Marcy Tide. We're going to do the Marcy Axe. You know, I bet he's got a lot up his sleeves in terms of like what he wants to pull out for these lane combos.
No, Ari he's very strong in like his ideas and his beliefs. So whatever needs to be pushed when it comes to gameplay or the draft, he will absolutely do so. And I mean, he wants more chill lanes, right? Like harass lanes, you heal through, but Marcy doesn't give you chill
They're
lanes.
in again. Boom. We'll be able to kite out that last bit of damage coming in, so he'll live. They'll turn to Ari, so this time that attempt not going quite as smooth for Na'Vi. Crystallis, he'll be able to finish off the kill.
Okay, even Saksa did TP into the safe lane. Uh-oh, Kaori, chicken fingers.
Got the
Into
setup.
the suck.
That's going to be a dead BZM, so this mid lane continues to get rougher and rougher. 24-1 against the 38-8 on Copy Storm so far.
Yep, Copy. He's been quite a standout player.
Yeah, straight up. He's pretty much 1,000 gold ahead of the Ember.
Yeah, and this is not quite to be expected. Of course, now you did get the kill.
Yep.
But that's just Kaori using his time well. You know, you play against Tundra, they're going to pull the wave back behind the tower. You're not going to go contest it as the 5, so you need to use your time elsewhere. Whitemon steals the Lotus. Ooh, rebound.
Now, Crystallis will be fine, but again, only just. So much damage with each of these attempts. Crystallis is going to try and turn. At the same time in the mid. They got him again. Oh, the slider fist, the remnant. Maybe they haven't. He will live this time, BZM, but only just. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
If he goes down a second time, then it's going to be a big struggle. But he lives.
He does outlive the amplified damage timing here on Copy, which is quite a big one. Generally, when you get a 6-minute amplify on Storm, you nearly always get a kill. It was very close.
Bottom.
More pressure.
And onto Whitemon this time. Crystallis going to try and find the trade. One more hit onto Boom would do it. Could he catch him?
He is 10 move speed faster. He
Indeed,
can.
Boom's fine.
Oh, Copy is here.
Now turns with a gush. And indeed with Copy TPing over, it's going to be a dead Crystallis. Copy cleaning up the kill.
Easy galvanized charge for Copy. BZM also down here, wants to kill Mr. Boom.
I mean, Ari's here to help out, and Copy's still got mana. BZM's got to be a bit careful.
He's not killing him.
Yeah, he can't commit for the kill onto the Tide. BZM's got to be careful. Gets back to mid. Signs of a good start once again here for Na'Vi.
I want to see how Tundra try to use their first Brew split. Because one of the reasons Morph is so good against Brew is that you can live in your safe lane forever. You don't really get kicked out. Ooh, that's a big kill. Did not expect Boom to die to these heroes, at least not at this stage, because he already kind of got through the lane nicely. And that's big. Whitemon, if he wants to show up into a fight, he's got 3 charges on the book. Which
They're going to try for the setup in the mid. Slider
Good
fist there to dodge the rebound. Saxa's ready to help out as well.
Because basically to offset the Brew Morph matchup, you need to amplify Brew's first timing. With the split, bring heroes there, overpower the Morph. Even if you don't kill him, you need to kick him out of the lane.
Try and make the play bottom. Crystallis is going to get TP back up from Saxa, but Saxa can't keep him alive. Now Saxa might be in trouble as well. Has the Shadow Realm. Same time, Yuragi was able to kill off 33 up top with the setup. They'll drop the Golem down onto the 3 of them, but Saxa's gone, and Boom and Copy should be able to walk this one off, no problem.
I mean, great stuff from Navi. I will say, I mean, Moon said in an interview, it's time to wake up. They saw Storm walk through the river, pick up the rune, all the way, and Crystallis, he gets caught off guard. Not just that, they also used their first Golem in the game for this move.
And it only gets the Marcy kill.
Yep. Okay, you have the split available in 33. But yeah, as I mentioned, if they want to open up the map nicely, they need to bring heroes with the split. Either you bring the split to mid, but there's a storm, so you likely should bring heroes top 233 and open up the map. Because Navi, my god, they are bing chilling in this game right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like we've got Kaori who's picking out the Watcher. I think he wants to guard the area
He's going to find Whitemon, and he'll drop that Serpent Wards immediately onto the Warlock. Whitemon, he's gone. Christmas is going to come through. See what he can do in return. Corey's able to get the Shackle off. Corey will die. Can Yuragi clean up anything in return? They've got the Primal split out from 33. Here's the backup from Copy and from Ari. They're looking for Christmas in the corner. They'll catch him. Sex has to go for the TP out, and 33's got to run.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's in Trouble City.
Has he got any way out of this? He does not. Na'Vi continuing to rack up the kills. BZM's headed over, but there's nothing he can do here. In fact, he's just got to be careful himself. Cannot afford to stick around. 12-4 now, 3K lead for Na'Vi.
If Navi gets to hold, like even just holding it, okay, hold up.
Oh, they've got the Hex.
Chicken finger.
Not going to be enough lockdown. Heals come in.
Like, even if Navi would just trade even into the early split, into the early Golem with their draft, they're happy. But they're not just trading. They're defending and winning these little engagements. BZM looking for a catch.
With the Bramble follow-up. Ari still able to run, though.
Can't even kill the courier.
Yeah, they're going to keep that safe. They get another chains onto Ari. They really want something out of this Tundra, but it's still so hard for them even to get the support. BZM's going to keep going for it. Ari's out with the jump. They cannot get the kill.
Of course, Ari and BZM, good friends and absolute clowns. So we'll tip each other in good fun, of course. All right, as Yuragi wants to go down bottom. Siege Creep is available, so you can go here. Pressure it up. In the meantime, it will be very slow for Tundra to try and return the favor in the top lane.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom
Now they drop the Serpents.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's how we go.
So Tundra are trying to pressure in the mid with the siege. Whitemon.
He's just ready to set up. They're going to drop the Golem. Copy's able to kite it out, turn, kill off Whitemon. And this Golem's not going to do much at all. Can't even use it to push the tower here as the Shackles come out. They want to be able to farm the Golem up. BZM trying to hold them back with a sleight of fist, but they'll finish off the Golem kill. Money goes the way, I think, there of Ari. Gets the last hit on that.
Yeah, I do not like what I'm seeing. If I was watching this game as a coach, I'd be...
You think one Moon's watching this be like, oh no, not again?
Yeah, I'd be a little sad right now. Because even before the game, you need to combine your spells. Like, you want the Brew split together with the Warlock Golem and, like, make stuff happen.
Copy. Should be able to find something here again, here with the help of Ari and Kaori. It's a dead Saxa. Copy's still got mana to play with. He's making the jump on a Whitemon. Is there anything they could do to stop him? Okay, we'll hold back. Respect the fact that BZM's going to have spells up again in a second. Copy's got an Illusion Room ready, though, for the next play.
Radiant's top tower is strong.
Copy has 12 charges on Galvanize and Akaya at minute 12.
Yeah, we saw the timing there on the Kaya, one of the fastest.
So, 5k lead, minute 12. I mean, Navi super happy in this game. Full control. They have everything on all of the heroes that they would like to have.
Yeah, they are crushing them. That mid lane just went so well for Copy.
Yeah.
As we've seen him do in a fair few of their games now. He has dominated some of these mid matchups.
So now what? Navi gonna go hit it mid tower. They're up 5k gold. How do you respond as Tundra? You don't have Golem. Saxa is not level 6 yet. Ember, BZM has nobody to play with at this point.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And not even able to catch a break there and get a deny on the tower. Copy still gets the last hit on it.
Yeah, and boom, he's queuing up the hold up. 33.
They're gonna make a go for it. I've got the Hex into the shackles. See if they can have the damage to stop him from getting a split off rebounds in. They can, they burst him.
Nice staggering. So 7k lead, about the 40-minute
That's a
mark.
big lead.
Looks like what? This is double Wisdom Shrine unless Tundra set up a fight.
I don't think they can.
Radiant structure.
They are thinking about it.
It's
If they
a
start
risk.
if they start the fight, 33 can TP in. He still has to split.
Sure, does
Okay.
the split. They're bringing Crystalis in. They're bringing the big guns over.
They will be able to. This is good.
Yeah, looks like Navi aren't interested in sort of throwing away their lead here to fight that. They'll let them have that space for the shrine.
That is a Kai Assange on copy. Another reason why I like the Tide, especially in this game, Brewmaster lineups, they want to win the team fight within the split duration, right? But you're going to have Tide, he's just going to be the anchor in the front, you've got the Ravage, he's also rushing Pipe, which means his Pipe will match the Radiance timing of 33, and it's going to make it... He's already having such a hard game on the Brew. 4,500 net worth, minute 15.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing as well, right, for Tundra's lineup. You know, Moon want to see a bit more action, but at the end of the day, they do have a lineup that needs to hit a lot of creeps. You got Battle Fury Ursa, and you've got 33 going for this Radiance into Midas.
You do need to hit creeps, but you can also use your ults together, which we have not seen yet. And now maybe you feel like you're down too much. It's 7k gold. It's not really hard to find these openings.
If they can get
This is a good opening.
I dropped the Golem, the split.
Ari wants to potentially bail him out.
They're ready to maybe help out Boom. Okay, Boom will fall.
They got Uragi.
Tower is under attack.
That's a big
What?
one.
These are big kills.
Okay, yeah, getting Uragi at the same time up top.
hold- is it done yet?
Saxa must have come in with some...
That's another one.
Well, there we go. Little bit of a punch back here from Tundra. They needed that.
Big one. Copies onto Crystalis.
Are scanned.
Yeah, I think up top we must have seen it. It must have been like a Terrorize catching him off guard. Copy.
Got him.
We'll finish off the kill. Saxa also... he's dead.
Dead.
So a little bit of a glimpse of some positive moments for Tundra.
Yeah. So
But does get sort of slapped back down there with the kills that Navi still pick up at the end of it.
so Saxa and Crystalis did squeeze in the kill there on Uragi. A very needed one.
Obviously going for Boom now is very difficult. He's got the Ravage back available. But Tundra showing they can find those opportunities despite being behind.
Radiant's top
Not easy to
tower is
catch them
under
though.
attack.
Especially if they get the Roshan on their side here, Navi.
Shadow Shaman has looked way too good in my eyes. I know the hero got nerfed. What, it's like -2 intelligence, -1 base armor, but still. The laning, the objective taking, you have 2 good facets. Because we've seen a lot more early Roshans in this tournament compared to other ones. Yep. Aegis onto the Storm against the Ursa lineup. Of course, very good news for Navi.
Nearly has the Radiance 33 online. And Crystalis, Battle Fury also coming out at similar timing. So they'll have the farming items online here.
No, Tundra are definitely getting some things up and running. If they can take team fights, the idea should be you lift the Tidehunter and you try to get Crystalis on top of Uragi. Even if you force him to wave out, you clear the stacks onto the Morph, you make it hard for him to fight, and you could turn the fight into a 3v5.
Dealing with the Storm, though, is going to be so tough.
Yeah.
Like, he is having such a fantastic time here. Copy 705, very close to the BKB. On top of the Kai Assange. Once he's got that, he's going to be unkillable. Bottom. They get the opening. They've caught BZM. If they got enough damage to take him out, the Golem comes in. BZM is going to get caught by the Vortex into the Ravage. He's dead. Copy seeing if he can find more. Whitemont out with the Glimmer. Copy hot on the chase, though, and he'll see him. Copy's going to be able to follow up and set this into another one likely, unless 33 can do anything to help him. Okay, the backup comes in. Copy won't get another one for now.
Well, good kill by Navi. I thought that Whitemon bailed out BZM. Did he not have a Remnant? Because I saw him moving a little bit. So BZM did have time if a Remnant had been out. But
I think maybe he didn't have a Remnant out.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, there was some time.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an opening.
Because then Whitemon's effort would have, of course, been very worth it. But like that, it's just a golem down and you still lose your mid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tundra. Do have the split up. I mean, do you actively try and look to go for plays as Tundra still, or?
As if Navi are not together, you can still fight them. Because sure, there is the pipe, but you need to just lift. You need to lift the tide and try to fight the rest.
It's going to get the opening onto BZM. Corey's able to get the follow-up Hex into the shackle. BZM caught once more. He is pretty tanky here with the blade mail out. It's enough to survive. He should get away here with the final few remnants. Now
That's
Copy
a sick terrorize.
the terrorize catches the four of them. That's the Aegis gone out of Copy. Ari and Corey dead. The cause of Navi, do they want to try and fight on? Copy. He'll back off for now. They'll kite out the split. 33 used to try and see if they could turn this into anything more. But Tundra, yeah, getting the Aegis out of Copy. They get a couple of support kills. They won't be able to deal with any of the cores afterwards. And again, of course, they are having to use their ultimates to find these opportunities. But it's still taking something away from Navi, slowing Navi down a bit.
Yeah, that's some crazy... What, there's a 4-man terrorize while they're all trying to kill BZM. But he gets healed up. I believe there's also like a Glimmer that's being popped his way by Whitemon. Gonna be a Pavis next as well. So just small tankiness being thrown their way.
Now these cores, though, are going to be so tough to take down. Boomers we've seen with the pipe. BKB now in line for Copy. And Yuragi as the Morph hitting all of his timings with that Manta done.
Tundra are picking up the pace quite a bit. Crystallis with the Fury, also the Blink completed. So you can definitely look to get into the fight. But yeah, BKB still on Copy.
Yeah.
Flawless game. 8-0, BKB. And now with the BKB completed, I don't really see him dying unless he...
I don't think so, unless he goes over aggressive,
Yeah.
but he's not making those sort of mistakes, Copy.
He has to mess up majorly. Someone get like, what, terrorized before the BKB? Until there's a Basher later on Crystallis, Copy should continue to have a great game. Free shard for Navi.
Radiant
Kaori will get his hands on those. Good old foul play.
Dire are scanning.
At 1,500 gold into the Blink on Boom.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Copy just putting the pressure on the bottom lane. I mean, knows that, yeah, he can pretty much go wherever he wants. They've got a bit more catch now for Tundra, with Saxa having the Atos online. Navi approaching in on the bottom lane. Do have the Serpent Wards ready to drop if they want to go for the tier 2 pressure.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There we go.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Tundra, do they want to do anything about this? Can they do anything about this? Might just have to let the tier 2s go.
Looks like this one they will let go. But if they find an opening, it's still like their spells are incredibly strong. Actually looks like they do want to fight. It's important for Navi to stay as a group. Stick around the pipe, stick around your morph.
Okay.
Looks like Tundra looking for the wrap around.
Who can they catch? They get the high ground here. They're going to find
That's a
Ari
good
and
catch.
Copy. They get the jump force straight away, and Ari's in trouble. And we can actually get the rebound off still. The Ravage to follow up. Ari, he survived the initial attempts. Finally, he'll fall, but the ults are out, and they've lost BZM. Copy up on the high ground, trying to deal with Whitemon. 33 will manage to clear off Kaori. Yuragi's entered into the fight, but there's the jump forward. Yuragi just dies to Crystallis. Crystallis gets it with a swipe. 33 gets the final touch in Tundra. They're taking this fight big time off the back of 33 split. Boom surrounded. Tundra clean up.
Uh-oh, Navi bleeding a little bit as Tundra find a really nice angle. Well,
Yeah,
so-
even with sort of the awkward start, right? They didn't kill Ari. Ari gets to get his spells off. They get the Ravage off. But it's Tundra going all in on that. 33 cleaning up with the split. Crystallis getting involved. Just overwhelming them, and Yuragi kind of gets tripped up. He just gets jumped upon and just swiped to bits by the Ursa.
So they find the perfect angle around. I mean,
Yeah.
ideally, you need to have Boom break, but eyes on Crystallis later, when he comes into the... So he starts on Uragi without using his blink and then gets to follow the waveform.
Yeah, watch
so.
him here at the top.
Ooh.
And indeed, bam, straight away ready to continue on towards him, and Uragi gets caught whilst he's shifted into the Ember.
Absolutely cannot let that happen, but yeah, Tundra are definitely awake now. Playing the fight perfectly. I mean, if Crystallis has a free fight, it's only a matter of time before he does cut through your heroes.
A massive fight there for Tundra. Crystallis off the back of those kills as well. He pretty much had the BKB for the next fight. So even easier for him to just get in and stay on top of Uragi. Uragi's got to be careful, has to respect the Ursa. We got the setup on Copy. Crystallis is in with the damage. Ari's ready to take Copy out though. Copy very much trusting in his teammate there, as he did have BKB, but was confident that Ari would be able to drag him out of the catch.
Okay, so Boom wants to go for AVULUS. After some of these fights that have happened, shifting his mindset a little bit. I would still like the shard quite a lot on his hero, because it would make the map play quite hard for BZM.
Copy. Going pretty deep here for 33.
Does have a region rune, so not too much commit here.
They have got Ravage up on Boom. 33. They're caught by the Vortex into the Hex and the Shackle. They have enough damage to cut through this Brew, though. He's pretty tanky with the Radiance and the Evasion. They don't. They'll have to pull back it. RV assessing the situation. Can they get back in on anyone? And Tundra's pushing forward. And Tundra absolutely not afraid of a fight right now.
Tundra did get a lot of stuff going, like in terms of their items and tankiness. 33 in the front lines with the Solar Crest heal and the Glimmer. Not that easy to be cut through anymore. Crystallis will pop the Enrage just to secure the mid-tier 1. Right, all eyes on the next Roche, which is spawning very shortly. Don't trust the overlay. Somehow it's always wrong.
Oh. Alright. Has he got a way out of this one? I don't think he does. Maybe to the neutrals. No, won't get the shot. Oh, maybe the neutrals. Oh, it was close though. At 33, able to get the last tick in.
Well, Tundra striking back in this game very, very hard.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, what time? Maybe this is the sort of time of day they wake up. Well,
I think so.
About a quarter to, about 11:30. It's prime time here for Tundra.
Dodges the Atos. See, how are we looking on the vision? They know that Whitemon went through the gate.
Oh, Copy. He's ready for that one. Could see quite the team fight here. 33, he's just charging in. He's ready to start teasing around with them. He knows that they can't really go on him as the Brew. He can get a lot of information, gets in deep with the Primal Split. Start things on towards Boom. Ari's going to try and take him out, but Ari's going to get caught. Ari's dead. NAVI, they have to run. Tundra, they've got the catch on towards Boom. He'll get the pipe off Boom. Still pretty tanky. How much further do Tundra want to try and chase this? Boom's able to get the blink off there thanks to the pipe barrier. So cutting their losses there, Navi, only losing Ari. Tundra still, they'll get the space to pressure onto the tier 1 top. Uragi, of course, avoiding the action, trying to get that butterfly done, so things are a little trickier when it comes to Crystallis finding the chance to take him out as the Ursa. On the mid, Copy.
Okay.
Setting up with the Invis. Again, as we're seeing, BZM's pretty tanky on this Ember. And they're too tanky for these two to deal with right now.
I'm a little worried for Navi. I'm not too impressed with what I'm seeing in the last couple of minutes. Of course, Copy has still been able to hold on to his perfect game, and Uragi has got the butterfly.
This is going to be the timing that they were waiting for. So let's see how much this changes things up with Uragi having the butterfly. Is that going to provide them the damage required to clean things up? They get the jump on Whitemon. They want to try and eliminate the threat of the Golem. Whitemon's still able to get the Golem off, though, before he dies. They get the opening shackles onto BZM. They're locking it down. The fear comes in onto the three of them. It will free BZM for now. He's actually caught by the anchor of Boom, but he quickly takes it off him. They chase Kaori out of the fight. Ravage comes in from Boom on towards the three of them. Crystallis will die this time. And this fight, 33 does not have the split to rely on. They'll drag him back in. Evade, 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 but he's still dead. Na'Vi, they find the opening to get in and fight around the cooldowns of some of these ultimates from Tundra to get back to taking the team fights themselves. And it's a crucial time as well. Roshan's up. Uragi's going to be able to head over with Ari and Boom, take this Roshan for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely the most crucial part. They get themselves the second Aegis, or at least they should. I don't see how Tundra can really pose a defense here. Shield Rune on top of all of it as well for Copy. I mean, without the split, they lose so much of their power.
They really do. They need 33 split online to take these fights, as we're seeing off the result of this one. Now, even with Whitemon getting the ult off, you see a lot of the fight. Now, Corey gets in with this long shackles, does get stopped by Saxa with their Terrorize. And at this point, it just gets difficult, right? Chrysalis, Enrage is going to wear off, the BKB is going to wear off, and boom, he's ready to go, saves the Ravage for this perfect time, trips up the three of them, and at this point, the fight's over for Tundra.
And also now, with this Butterfly, it makes it so much easier for Uragi to just man up and stand his ground against Crystallis. Like, until Ursa finishes up an MKB as they catch Saxa in the real game. Well, 33, of course, not too happy with the fight before this one.
And Na'Vi. See where they want to go with this Aegis. I mean, Aegis, Butterfly Morph could be ready to hit the high ground. See what happens. I mean, a split is back up, of course, for 33. Hasn't quite hit the level 18, though, so no level 3 split quite yet.
Yeah, this Copy store is so strong. 26 charges on the Galvanize, level 20 talent, Parasma, Shield Rune.
Still hasn't died.
He's got the Shiv as well.
There's the push. Tundra, what are they going to do? The fortification comes out, but the banner's there.
They need to deal with this without using their big spells.
Copy's in. Gets the jump. 33, I said his split usage has to be perfect.
That's it, tier 3. They've got a banner problem. They can't really hit it.
They might just have to let these racks go. BZM's trying to head forward. They've got the Curse Crown onto Uragi, but he's away with the waveform. The melee racks are gone. Tundra not able to punish Navi at all, and Copy's ready to make the jump back onto them. Gets the drag back in on a BZM. Copy will put the BKB, booms in with the anchor. They've locked BZM down into the Ravage. BZM's gone, he's out for 50 seconds. Copy's ready to try and clean up more. As he looks towards Whitemon, Chrysalis makes the jump onto Ari. They've killed off the Marcy, but they can't kill anything more here, Tundra. Copy, getting a bit low on mana. He's still playing very aggressively. Once Saxa dead, I mean, he's styling on them. Slides past, gets the kill. He's going to have enough mana to get out as well. That was the fight with the split, but this time round, Tundra, they can't make it work. Even with the primal split, they only get the Marcy, they lose the barracks, they lose 3 heroes. Navi, they're back to cruising.
Yeah, and they've still got the Aegis. They've got all the spells out of them. They can just regen, heal up, spend your gold, and go straight back to the next lane that you want to go to. And yeah, like you said, Copy, he is... Yeah, he's been kind of a standout player for me.
Yep.
Showing it again. 12-0, kind of styling, you know, going in on his own, 6k damage.
Yeah, dominated the lane and has managed to survive even through those couple of situations where there was Tundra coming in with a solid showing in the team fight. He never gets caught in them, even in the tough times.
Amplified damage rune for Uragi. Let's see if Tundra can come up with something strong and fast.
It's hard. They've got to wait for that split cooldown again. Still a minute before that will be back there. 4:33.
Oh, they're going to lose their racks before that's ready.
Navi with the smoke.
Do they want to play it safe?
Boom will show. Look for the catch in the mid, Uragi. That's fine. Still going to try for him, see if they can get the Aegis out of him, but he's so hard to kill this Morph with the Butterfly online. And the Copy, he's in with the zip. Starts to mess around with the backlines of Tundra. He's just straight up going for Saxa underneath the 4 of them. And can they even save Saxa? They will with the heal. Saxa will live.
He has no mana.
He overcommitted this time. A rare mistake from him this game as he dies without the mana. Uragi, they're looking towards him next.
He's got the BKB.
33's in.
He's got the split in 10.
Soon. So if they can finish off Uragi the once, Chrysalis in on a Boom. Ari looks to take Boom out of there. Chrysalis and BZM, they're going to be hot in the chase. Boom will find a H-Rune, and Ari's out with the blink, so they'll get out. Uragi, he was able to get over towards Saxa, get the kill, and now maybe look towards 33. Corey will fall. Here's 33's in on top of him in the Radiance, and that is Aegis gone. They're going to use the buyback in from Corey, and coming in from Copy as well. They've got the Ravage coming out from Boom. They've caught Crystallis. Crystallis out for 80. See if they can find more big kills. They can. Copies in with the opening. The split, it's there for 33.
BZM.
But the roots are on a BZM. BZM,
no
he's down
buyback.
for 70 seconds. They'll get the split and the golem off. Boom will fall. Have they got any catch for Yuragi? The Atos, Saxa, he's got the setup into the fear, but Ari takes Yuragi out to the side. Yuragi's going to be fighting on the top of the side. Crystallis, he's going down. That's a dieback on the Ursa. Copy's got mana to get away from the split. Yuragi cleans up once more. They do close in here towards the end of the split with the golem. Copy, it's a dieback from him. Uh-oh, Whitemon, he's dead though. The diebacks from both sides into this fight. And then the big takeaway though is that Yuragi, he's still alive. He's ready to hit some buildings. And he's ready to do it pretty much on his own. He's got Boom by his side. You know, the one that's going to do the damage to the objectives lives, and that's a big problem for Tundra.
Yeah, Yuragi should be able to clear through here with the racks. Let's see what Saxa and 33 can do. But Navi gives some crazy freaking games. I don't know what the hell is going on in some of these fights.
They're going to try and get in onto Yuragi, but
He's fine.
he's chilling. Well, now an extra buyback's coming in. He'll respect that one, Yuragi. I get the Atos onto him. Manta and BKB both on cooldown.
BZM is coming back up.
It's got waveform in a second. Boom's going to jump back in to try and help Yuragi. Saxa. And they get taken out here. BZM's going to look to try and chase down Yuragi. BKB in 5 seconds. Might not be soon enough. Yuragi surrounded. 33 BZM. Can they kill the BKB's there though? Yuragi tries to run. Doesn't matter. Tundra, they've got him. And now Boom, left on his own. Tundra should be able to chase down the Tide as well. Has he got any way to play out? This does have a TP, but they've got multiple ways to stop it, so he's not going to try. Boom knows he's dead. Tundra will manage to ensure that they don't lose the middle set of barracks. I was going to say, was Corey going to go play with the Invis? I don't think he is.
Because he's not taking the full racks, not on your own, brother. Like, chill out. They're full HP. I mean, Tundra, we've got a hell of a roller coaster going back and forth.
Up and down and up and down. So what do we got now? Tundra, they're going to have everyone back in the game. Boom, he's dead for over a minute. Yuragi also out for 40.
33 just finished their Shivas. Now he has more than 3k gold. And Navi, what? They bought back on like 2, 3, 4 here? I don't know.
We'll see it again here. Now a little bit of a defense coming into play. You know, Yuragi did want to try and go for a second set of barracks. But between sort of the two of them, 33 and Saxe, just sort of creating a distraction enough, pushing him away so he couldn't get the job done for a second set, and buying time for BZM and Whitemon to come in and allow them to take Yuragi down, get that big kill.
I mean, once you have to start running, Tundra obviously will start chasing you down. They've got Brewmaster, Ember, and everything, so you need to be sure that you're able to stand your ground.
Yeah. And again, to summarize, yeah, 3 buybacks from Tundra for that fight, but 4 buybacks were used by NAVI to get in on that action, and hence why we're now seeing the net worth difference pretty much be dead even, as close as it can be to here at 35 minutes in, 28 to 31.
And Navi, they gave up a lot of XP in these fights
Yeah,
also.
that's a lot they put into that. Back in action. Ari, can he do anything to help out? Copies him with a zip. He gets the grab on his wrist. He's dead. And Ori's still alive. They'll finally kill him, but it took so much there from BZM and Crystallis to try and kill the Shaman. Tundra, they've got to get more from this. They're looking over towards Ari. Copy, consider if he can get into the fight, but the split's up for 33. He'll chase down the Marcy. Ari's dead. Copy and Boom. Over towards the backlines. The Fear does catch on to Copy. Into the Atos. Into the Curse Crown as well. Copy's running low on the mana, and his BKB's on cooldown. Boom is there to push them away as BZM takes the trip out of the Twin Gate.
Through the gates.
33 also making his way through with the remainder of the splits. Will avoid the rest of the fight. Navi, a good punch back. They only lose their 2 supports. And yeah, it's just a lot of time there with the 2 cores. They were trying to kill this Shaman. Ends up in Crystallis getting caught again.
Especially with like the pipe, you've got the saves, you can just live through, you've got the foul play too. But still a lot of back and forth.
Well, that's going to be the Aghanims online for Copy and the next team fight.
With the 25 timing,
Yep.
Which means Shard is coming up next.
33's got his refresher. You know, absolutely doing everything he can this game here with the splits to try and hold things for Tundra. He's going to have 2 rounds of them for the next fight.
He did also instantly use it. He, of course, knows that Navi are coming to your high ground right about now. 10 seconds on Crystallis. And he did finish the MKB. So if they can somehow get on Yuragi, he could die from full to 0 in a stun.
That's the mid-rank's gone, though. Corey bringing in the top wave so they can try for the tier 2. Look for that 3rd and final set, Navi. Still definitely have to be careful how they progress here, as we're seeing, you know, Tundra They absolutely have a chance. They're not that far behind in farm or items or even levels right now. So the team fights are still difficult for Na'Vi, despite the fact that they have the advantage in terms of objectives and barracks.
Na'Vi likely just gonna wait for this Roche timing. You do have Skadi on the morph. You should let Copy get his shard, absolutely, before the next fight as well. 25 with the eggs, only 500 gold away.
Okay.
Well, I hope for Navi's sake that they're gonna de-ward, which is exactly what they're about to do in this triangle, because Tundra have been seeing them the whole time.
Now Tundra's on the way out. They absolutely want to try and force a fight before the Roshan respawns.
Radiant are scanning.
Shield Rune onto Copy. Let's see who they try to get.
Copy or Yuragi would be the big ones to take out. You know, as we've seen, sort of the supports on Na'Vi usually end up dying in these team fights. It's the cores that most of the time are getting away, at least 2 of them each time.
I mean, I would, if you're Tundra, you should try to abuse BZM's buyback. He is the only core with buyback in this game. And of course, being an Ember, you can try to bait a lot, put out your Remnant, come back into the fight. Shard is available for Copy. This is Exodia Storm Spirit territory.
He's ready to go, and he's also, look at that, keeping the dust in the slot so he can deal with some of these backline supports. Glimmers aren't going to save him. He's ready. Roshan's up. Tundra. Smoke comes in from them. Can they get the angle to take a fight against Na'Vi? Now, who's going to show first? As you say, we've got to watch out for the buyback play potential from BZM. If he can get in and they drop a lot on him, he will be happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So ideally, they want to try and bait things with the Ember at the front here, Tundra.
Well, to be fair, also 33 is Refresher. It has been cooling down this whole time.
He's going to have 2 sets likely for the next fight. Yeah, he will, for sure now. And they get the jump in. They're going to find Copy chilling in the pit with the shield brew. He's having a turn with the Vortex. They've got the Hex follow-up. He's just dead. Look how quickly he died, but he's going to have the buyback ready. We'll see if he commits for it. He's holding back on it now. 33's got the split. Chrysalis is getting played with on the backline. Yuragi's in. The BKB comes out. There's the buyback from BZM. Chrysalis trying to stay on top of Yuragi, but the BKB student coming in. It looks towards Copy, but Copy's got the control. The Vortex is there onto Chrysalis. He's out, and he does not have buyback available.
The split is dying.
He's destroying the split. 33 has to get out. He'll jump to the side, pop the Refresher, look for round 2. He'll throw Yuragi up in the air. BZM will be able to kill Ari, but the cause of Na'Vi still stays strong, and 33's just got to run.
Ruh-roh.
The chase continues here from Na'Vi as Boom gets the anchor in onto Saxa. 33 will try and at least bring down Kaori with him. BZM watching the fight from the side. Kaori's going to get healed up. He's fine. Now 33, without his splits, he's getting blocked up. Actually able to get the jump over somehow and actually get that kill and get out. So 33 will live, but overall the damage is absolutely done there by Na'Vi. BZM and Chrysalis have gone without buybacks. Na'Vi ready to bring it straight to the base of Tundra.
Navi should be getting their best friends on the board. Vega creeps. Don't really see how they can stop Yuragi here.
And he's got Manta and Waveform, so he'll be fine. And in fact, just straight on to Saxa. Saxa does have buyback. They'll have one more back in 5 seconds. The Vortex there onto 33. He's going to try and run, but the anchor has got him locked down. 33's gone as well. No buyback available for him. The top racks are gone. 10 seconds, they'll have Chrysalis up, so Tundra, they might have a chance to fight, but it will just be with the 3 of them for at least a minute whilst they wait for BZM and 33. And Na'Vi, they're already onto the exposed Ancient. Chrysalis is in, straight away looking for Copy. Copy's got the Vortex, able to kite out the bear. Chrysalis trying to find Yuragi, but Chrysalis is in rage, and BKB comes to an end. Rebounding from Ari, he's out. And Tundra, they're out of the competition. Na'Vi knocking them out today in the first round of the lower bracket, 2-0.
They did it, sending home Tundra, very unexpected. But Na'Vi, I'm liking their run. They're looking good, playing without fear, playing with the confidence, just making stuff happen. They still throw quite a lot.